winding up his 5-year tenure of office in Banjul. Babaganda Ahmadu received plaudits from several quarters for his tremendous contribution to the development of several sectors in the country. His contribution to farming and the farmer folk, especially his intervention during the 2010-2011 crop failure, endeared him to many. Dr. Babaganda Ahmadu was decorated by the Vice President with the insignia award of Commander of the National Order of the Republic of the Gambia. With reference to his curriculum vitae, Babaganda Ahmadu had studied and worked in key institutions within West Africa, making him the perfect man for the job. He also appreciates what he called an unprecedented surprise dinner hosted in his honor, acknowledging the President's commitment to FAO's work in the country and the fruitful collaboration with other relevant stakeholders, thereby making his 5-year stint a very successful one. The FAO, he said, will continue to work with the Gambia government in order to help realize the country's development blueprints.
We will continue to work to ensure that the work that we started, the program that we developed for the next 5 years, the country program for the FAO, the G9 principles and the pillars as outlined in the document are accomplished within the time frame. Gambia is a very important country for the FAO. It has got all the parameters that qualifies it as an important country. It's a least developed country, food insufficient country, and it deserves every support from all development partners in ensuring that the vision of His Excellency as outlined in Vision 2020 is accomplished on time.
Solomon Owens, the Minister of Agriculture, said he was deeply touched by Babaganda's departure as he saluted his support to the agriculture sector. As they dined to the success of a man credited for his hard work and dedication to duty, the expectations are that whosoever succeeds in Nigerian will follow in his footsteps. For Grts News, I am Fatou Jassi.
The Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment recently handed over oil and soap making equipment worth over $4 million to Georgia Organics. The machines were funded through the Gambia Government United Nations Development Program 2012 Country Program Action Plan. Ibrahim Ajata reports the intervention is geared towards promoting sustained economic growth and development.
Through the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment is determined to establish an appropriate setting for private sector development, improved economic growth, bolstering business to starkly reduce poverty by the creation of a viable trade policy for the growth of commerce, promoting production and employment, among others in line with its development blueprints. In a major contribution to this effect, the ministry handed over oil and soap making equipment worth over $4 million to Georgia Organics, a local soap making enterprise. This latest equipment, funded by the United Nations Development Program, UNDP's 5-year country action plan, centered on the promotion of the country's economic plans, developing a course of programs providing broad-based employment, whilst empowering businesses from small micro schemes, medium to large-scale enterprises. The provision of these materials to a leading local soap manufacturer joins exclusive strategies looking to raise the potential of local ventures targeted to generate employment and improve livelihoods. Georgia Organics is a communal soap-making enterprise founded 3 years ago, making body soap from indigenous African oil. As a growing business entity, it has currently engaged 40 women in the rural areas for the collection and drying of seeds, and the center is poised to extend its strength with the availability of this machinery. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment is convinced that the tools will significantly impact on growth if properly utilized, and task workers at the company to keenly pursue the venture's objectives in order to fully realize the anticipated benefits. Part of the UNDP's 5-year support program to the government of the Gambia, the organization's country representative, Izuma Murota Alakija, is confident that the tools will to a great extent contribute towards economic growth, creating job opportunities for many people. Ibrahim Ajata, Grts.
Results of the 2013 Gambia Basic Education Certificate Examination have been released. A news release from the Minister of Basic and Secondary Education states that over 20,000 students wrote the examination, of which 10,307 are male, whilst 10,665 are female. 10 candidates, according to the dispatch, scored aggregate 6, and they are Eliana Jajo, St. Peter's Upper Basic; Tuti Kujabi, Ndaos Comprehensive Upper Basic; Hadijatu Jah, Gambia Methodist Academy; Abdurrahman Ba, Brofood Upper Basic; Jainaba Sonko, St. Teresa's Upper Basic; Ami A. Jame, Ndaos Comprehensive Upper Basic; Kausu Jide, Ndaos Comprehensive Upper Basic; Seiku Sise, 22nd July Academy; Amadou T. Jallo, SOS Haman Minor; Oduro Derek Asiama, Gambia Methodist Academy. Candidates are to receive their individual results from their respective schools, and admission to grade 10 should be based on passes in the core subjects to be decided by boards of governors, which should not exceed aggregate 42 the release ends. Insurance officials from 5 English-speaking African countries are taking part in an advanced international marine and aviation insurance course. Abdunjai has more on the capacity enhancement effort hosted by the Insurance Association of the Gambia.
A 3-day training program on advanced marine and aviation insurance is underway in Banjul. The training is organized by the West Africa Insurance Companies Association, Waikari Insurance Corporation PLC, a sub-regional insurance organization that covers 5 English-speaking countries in West Africa. Sekou Gassama, representative of the Governor of the Central Bank of the Gambia and Commissioner of Insurance, highlighted the importance attached to the training and expressed Central Bank of the Gambia's commitment to supporting the association. The Secretary General and Director of Waikari, William Coker, commended the government of the Gambia under the leadership of His Excellency Sheikh Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya AJJ Jammeh for creating the enabling environment for smooth conduct of business, and also extended appreciation for government support to the West African Insurance Institute, WAI, which serves as the educational body of WAICA.
We certainly want to thank the regulator who have sent us a representative, the Governor and the Commissioner of the Central Bank. Thank you for being here, and we ask you kindly to take back our felicitations to your principals. The MDs, we don't want to forget them. The reason I want to say thank you to the MDs is that if they did not approve, Waikari can make all the arrangements, but who will they run a course for? Themselves? No. But your MDs in your various institutions decided that they needed to invest in you and sent you here to represent them, to be trained in a specific subject so that you can go back and add value.
As a reinsurance company, an international insurance company, of course, it is our objective to organize courses like this in order to develop our citizens for the future. Last year in Sierra Leone, we did the same thing on a different topic, a reinsurance international course. This year, we have chosen marine and aviation underwriting because we know there are challenges in that field. We don't have many marine and aviation underwriters. And if you look at the situation now, you discover that most of the countries are going to aviation industry. And if you don't have good underwriters, there will be problem. That is why we have decided to pick this subject, which is very timely at this material time.
Among the objectives of WAICA is to encourage the development of the insurance market in each member country. Such development is inclusive of the advancement of the insuring public from the economic and social angle. Thus, this advanced marine and aviation insurance international course has come at a crucial time and one relevant to the work of participants. Participants are optimistic of a successful outcome of the training. Mamadou Ndiaye, Grts.
The next Operation Clean the Nation is slated for Saturday, 31st August 2013. The National Environment Agency reminds Governors Seifolu Alkalolu, ward councillors and government institutions that a strong presidential directive has been issued urging them to organize and fully participate in the next national cleanup exercise within their areas of responsibility. We'll now take our first break. The news continues right after.